for players, we want to try to apply the perceptual and situational knowledge to practice that we learned in video and to explore using the principles and strategies from the video. Okay. And then coaches, me and John, we're going to use video to inform our practices. We are going to create realistic situations based on the situations that we saw in the video. And then we're going to guide players. Like we're going to use common language, like that turning the feet, like that's a terminology. We all know it, but we're going to talk about it in video. And then we'll bring it up in practice. When we're guiding people, we could be like, hey, have you tried to turn his feet? So we're going to create a common language in our video analysis. And then we're going to remind players about those certain strategies in that language in practice. Okay. The goal is to practice intentionally and turn what we're learning in the video, that knowledge of, into that practical, transferable knowledge in. So that's how we're going to use video. We won't be using video to talk about how to execute a technique, right? Talk about the details of how Cale turned his feet, because it's going to be different for every person. And we'll never tell you guys, you have to do exactly as Cale does, because there's only one Cale Makar, and he has different options, different abilities than anyone. What worked for him in that clip is also situation dependent. It might not work for him in a different situation, and it might not work for us. We want to study video and study the solutions, strategies, and principles to give us more options to explore when we're in practice. But more importantly, we want to learn the reasons and see the information behind why he made the decision. I think that first part of that clip is more important than the solution. Seeing him shoulder check, seeing him look for like specific information, and then we see him come up with a solution so we can guess what that information meant for him. So when you guys are in our practices, and I'll show you a drill I just drew up really quick that simulates that, like we want you to be looking for similar information. And here's how, like this, I don't know if we'll even ever do this drill because it's so, there's no shot, like it's very simplified. We could make it into a more transitional game, maybe leads into a line rush from here. But like, this is how we'll take what we see in video and then create a drill or an activity off it that is going to have similar information. It's not going to be the exact same because like we were talking about, no situation is the same, but it's going to be similar where we're going to have to perceive and act on that information that the guy in the video did. This drill, very simple. The goal is to exit the blue line with possession, right? That was Cale's goal. That is our goal. And then we can change and manipulate the information, which is going to change the problem, right? So we can vary the puck placement. We can rim it. We can throw it in the opposite corner. And then we can vary the pressure and support. One thing we like to do a lot is when we're doing forechecking drills or any drills that has pressure, we're going to tell the forechecker to go early, go late, don't go at all. Okay. It's not going to be the same every time. Okay. It's going to force us to perceive, right? To scan, shoulder check.